guys, so I am doing a 21K in 21-day challenge, and essentially this is very much a mental challenge. I'm challenging myself, my mind, seeing how far I can take it, and I expect to receive tangible results to just prove what I believe, that your mind is the key to like everything, and how you think, and what goes on in your head, what you speak, what you say, your actions, it all aligns up with how your brain is processing information you're telling it, and also what you're speaking out loud. So, just to break down, currently it's evening, it's Wednesday, the 11th of June. I started this challenge yesterday, the 10th of June. So I'm documenting day 1 and 2 in one go, and then every day I'll document either 2 days at a time, or, however is best. So what is important about this is to note that I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a plan in terms of exactly how I'm going to make £21,000 in 21 days. All I can do is utilize the skills that I already have. So I'm a filmmaker, I'm a director, editor, writer, videographer. I pretty much do it all when it comes to the creative side of things. I also create content. As you can see, I have my YouTube channel, which I'm still currently building. And so for me, it's all about utilizing the skills that I have in order to make 21K in 21 days, but also mentality in your mind. I think a lot of times our mind is like the biggest blockage. And I'm about to prove it to you right now. Hold on, let me just show you some information that ChatGPT showed me. So I asked ChatGPT, does my brain believe everything I tell it? And it said, your brain doesn't literally believe everything you tell it, but it can be heavily influenced by what you repeatedly think, say, or imagine, especially done with emotion or conviction. Here's how it works. Repetition builds belief. If you constantly tell yourself something positive or negative, your brain starts to treat it as important and possibly true. This is due to neuroplasticity. I don't know if I said that word right. Your brain physically changes based on repeated thoughts and behaviors. Confirmation bias. Your brain filters in information that supports your current beliefs, right? Really listen to this. Emotion strengthens it. So thoughts attached to strong feelings, fear, joy, shame, and hope have a much bigger impact. Your brain stores them more vividly, like a highlighter marking key text. So self-talk matters. If you keep telling yourself, I'm not good enough, your brain starts treating that as reality, affecting confidence and actions. I can figure this out. It begins looking for new ways to support that mindset. So does your brain believe everything you tell it? Not automatically, but enough repetition and emotion, yes. It often acts as if it does. This is why things like affirmations, visualizations, and self-talk are powerful tools in psychology and performance coaching, right? So I wanted you guys to kind of like read it for yourselves first, as I was obviously reading it as well. But point being, it's telling me right there and then, like, your brain literally hears what you tell it. Positive or negative, it can hold on to information if repeatedly said. And this information is what your brain believes to be a reality, right? And so if you think about this, you might have talents, skills, really good at your job, whatever the case may be, but there's something you feel always holds you back from getting on to the next level. I'm not any kind of like neurologist, or like psychology, behavior, or whatever. I've just done some research, right? And what I've seen is that the more things that you tell yourself, good or bad, that's the reality that starts creating itself. So even the opportunities that come, whether it's good or bad, and your surroundings, it's literally built by the words that come out of your mouth constantly over and over again. I have a vision board, and I remember when I first put it together, I had different things on my vision board, including studios, because, as a filmmaker, I was like, yeah, I want to work with the studios. Um, I had a bunch of different images on there, and not more than like 2 years or so later, I was living in Los Angeles and I was walking past the studios. Literally, I lived down the road from some of the studios on my vision board. Not only did I screen one of my films in Warner Brothers, one of the studios on my vision board, I also shot, like physically shot with a camera in Universal. That was another studio on my vision board. I also went to a talk in Paramount about film and marketing by, I think it was, at the time, I think he was one of the, either the CEO or someone important, but he had a whole talk and spoke about marketing. And that's what I really learned about film is not just about creating. Marketing is a huge part of it, right? But point being, all of those studios I visited, I was there for some reason whatsoever. And I don't think it was just by chance that I ended up moving to LA and living out there. I feel like everything was through not only what I told myself, what I put on my vision board, and the grace of God, right? Because at the end of the day, I believe that He is the ultimate intervener. He will intervene on your behalf in any situation and make sure that you learn your lesson from it, whatever the case may be. You get back on your get back on you get back on the grind, you get back on your feet, is what I was trying to say, and whatever it is. And He is the one that orchestrates all things. But you need to position yourself to be in a place to receive, and also take action, right? Things don't just get handed to people. People work for years, they work hard, they're strategic with what they do. And so opportunities come to you, based on all these things. But ultimately, affirmations, what you say to yourself, what you think, I think is a huge part of how far you will continue to go in life. And so the reason why I wanted to do this 21K in 21 days challenge is because I believe it's time for myself to move on to the next level, where I see myself career wise, life wise, just everything. And I know there must be some kind of mental blocks because I'm talented, right? I have the skill set in order to be able to really so the camera cut, so that's why I'm in a different position. Sorry, I had to get more comfy. But yeah, so I'm talented. I have so many different skills, and I should be able to utilize the skills that I have in order to maximize my my reach, my profits, just my capacity to doing things. And so when I say and I speak about mental blocks, sometimes the blocks happen without you even realizing they're there. So you could be living your everyday life, unsure of why you feel like you might be trapped or always come back 360 into the same cycle, in the same circle. I believe that's to do with those mental blocks. There's something in your subconscious that is telling you something, and it's telling your brain and sending your brain a message, whereas your brain is latching on to something that it shouldn't be. So when people talk about learning and unlearning things, how our parents and the generation before us, like there's a lot of things that we now in our generation are unlearning to relearn. It's a real thing because as you heard me read, repeatedly over time, repeating the same things, your brain now associates this with reality. So for me, if I'm going to work on people's projects, if I'm going to go out there, direct, edit, right now I'm currently working on someone's project. I can push myself to work on someone else's project, but when it comes to what I'm doing, and that's just like the everyday things, like getting up, exercising, stretching, making sure that I eat, the foods I'm supposed to be eating. I will always make exceptions for myself, and that's not showing good discipline, right? And even if they're small habits, those habits add up to, something which then becomes a cycle. So me not taking seriously, for example, what I'm eating, or eating things that I've said I'm not going to eat, it's then telling my brain a message that you are consistently undisciplined in what you are saying. So when you're saying, oh, I'm going to do something, that means you're not going to do it because you don't do it, right? So when you say I'm going to, go to the gym today, and then I don't go, I'm sending a message to my brain that I'm saying I do something, but I'm not actually taking action on the words that I'm saying, right? And so I really, really strongly believe that whatever you tell your brain and what you do, the actions next that come out of it are so important and crucial into developing and just moving past the blocks you may have. And that's why I said I'm going to do this video, because we're doing this together, right? We're doing this together because I just literally said, I know there's mental blocks. And so in the morning, as I mentioned, I woke up, said my affirmations. I've recorded these affirmations down and I listen to them when I wake up in the morning. I recorded my own meditation with my own voice. So it's something that I came across, and I just changed up the meditation by using my own voice, because I like to listen to my own voice because my brain recognizes my voice. And so I think it's just more powerful in telling it what I want to do and achieve by using my voice. And so I've done that. I've started off my day with doing stretches as well, praying, taking time to meditate and just see what is the plan today. Like, I commit everything to God. That's what I do when I wake up in the morning. And what is the plan for today? And then I tell myself what I want to achieve. So in 21 days, I'm going to make £21,000. It might seem like a stretch, but it's doable. That's it, right? So my brain is now latching onto, okay, this is not like a fairy tale or make believe or something impossible, because I'm saying to my brain, I'm going to make this money. It will be a stretch, but it will be possible. And so I allow it to start recollecting that information, because I think what the problem is it's so far kind of like gone on the things that I've said in the past that I'm going to do, the things that I tell myself every day. And it's kind of noted those things as, yeah, she's not going to do that. So that's the message it's sending. So I'm just trying to break out of that right now. And I'm figuring this out as I'm speaking to you guys, honestly, because I was reading that information and I was like, this is really important for people to know. So yeah, so this is the current situation. So we're on day 2. So, day 1, £0 were made, but an opening has been made mentally. I woke up in better spirits because I felt more relaxed when I woke up this time, and I felt more productive today. So every day I believe there will be a shift in behavior, in how I feel, and I want to document that too. Day 2, woke up to messages. I did all my normal routine first, and then I seen messages on Instagram about work and people wanting to, do some work with me. One person in Amsterdam, another person in the UK. And so I was like, okay, this is a start. It's not anything that's now manifested to anything, because by the end of the day, the Amsterdam one, I spoke to them, but the budget wasn't what, I would usually do. And then the other one, I think I scared them off with my rate. So yeah, I'm back to square one on that sense, but there's so many other things that I can personally do with the skills that I have in order to promote myself and give my services to people that may need it. And also just generate money from my own two hands. So I've been looking into courses for a while and just being able to put a course together for people that have asked me, people that want to learn directing, people that want to learn editing. And so these are the tangible ways in which I can generate some of that 21K, right? So that's what I'm doing, guys. As I said, I'm going to update every day, but I might post every 2 days with this particular update, so I can just kind of like knock it out. But yeah, that's what I'm doing so far. Stay tuned in. 21 days